Oh my God, you're the fastest guitar player in the world? Because Guinness told you? You can play at 1,200 beats per minute? Wow, I'm impressed. Guys, the whole subject is bullshit.
You're talking bullshit.
Let's just do the maths, shall we? Okay, Flight of the Bumblebee, an old romantic composition, very chromatic, and lends itself well to playing fast because you're playing 4 notes per string most of the time. The 4 is the key part there, 4. You're playing 4 notes per beat. 4 notes per beat, okay. So at 1,200 beats per minute, that's 1,200 beats per minute. For each one of those beats, you need to be playing 4 notes. 4 notes. So every minute, you need to be playing 4,800 notes. Okay, that's ridiculous. And I've just done a calculation in my head and it doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna check this one on my calculator and I'm gonna show it to you. So if you're playing 4,800 notes per second, per minute, how many notes does that mean that you're gonna be playing per second? So if I do 4,800 and divide that by 60, you get 80. 80 notes per second. Think about that. Just be objective for 1 second. Now I'm addressing 2 people here. I'm addressing people that watch these Guinness World Record videos, and I'm addressing people that think they're actually playing these videos. You know who you are. You know if you think you're one of the fastest guitar players in the world. You know who you are. Just think about that for a second, right? 80 beats, 80 notes, individual notes per second. That means you need to go down and then up 80 times. Or we could simplify that. You need to go down 40 times per second. Now, I'm not a physicist. I dropped out of A-level physics because I was too busy focusing on my music. But maybe as a much smarter person, in fact, there's definitely much smarter people out there. Maybe a smarter person out there will be able to do the calculations for me. The energy, energy expenditure that goes into a single pick stroke, the energy transfer. Think about it, the energy transfer that goes into the string. When you play that note, and then you come up again and you play another note, how much energy do you think is being expended in a second if you think you're playing 80 notes? 80 notes. I mean, in fairness, the idea of 1,200 BPM is a relatively new one and ridiculous to me. But let's be conservative. Let's say someone claims that they're a Guinness World Record holder and they play 500 BPM. 500 BPM would be 500 times 4 is 2,000 notes per minute, and then we divide that by 60, which is the amount of notes you get per second. You've got 33 notes per second. For someone that claims that they're playing at 500 BPM, 33 notes per second. Right, okay. 33 notes, that's a lot. I would probably suggest, and this is, again, I'm a musician, I'm not an engineer. I would be very surprised if you could engineer a robot to play a note, 33 of them per second. And the reason I say that is because you're talking about a single string that vibrates. Every time you pick a string, it vibrates. And picking that string becomes harder as the string is vibrating. So you couldn't precisely engineer a machine to do that and take into account that vibration. I mean, I'm sure you could, but 33 notes per second? And then we've got to remember that these people are not machines, they are people. Fucking crazy people, but they are people. Now the last thing that I should probably take into account is that maybe they're being dishonest in the sense that when they say 500 BPM or 1,200 BPM, they know that it's not beats per minute. They think of it as 500 NPM, notes per minute. So even at that, let's just think objectively. At 500 notes per minute, that's 500 divided by 60, gives you 8.3 notes per second. Okay, well that's not very fast, is it? We know guys like Sean Lane played faster than that. So let's go up to 1,200. So 1,200 NPM, notes per minute. That 1,200 divided by 60 gives you 20 notes per second. Now again, that's a lot of notes per second, but I'm not going to try and tell you that that's not doable. That's totally, well, not totally doable, but that is doable. Maybe not picking, but some of the fastest guitar players in the world, you know, legitimate fastest guitar players in the world, can achieve those sorts of speeds. The final thought I'm going to leave you with is, who fucking cares? I mean, really, you can play Flight of the Bumblebee, a single piece of music, and you can play it fast. Bra fucking vo. Well fucking done. I bet you're really proud. It's a piece of music which is dependent on the technique. You think you're fast? I'll tell you what, go and look at a guy like Jimmy Rosenberg. That guy, Gypsy Jazzer, he's fast. I mean, he's not the fastest, but I've done a lot of his transcriptions recently. He's fast, and he played on an acoustic guitar. Mike Reinhardt, another Gypsy Jazzer, fast. These guys are fast. Andreas Oberg, another Gypsy Jazzer. I've done a lot of Gypsy Jazz transcriptions recently. These guys are fast, right? But they're also sophisticated. So they're not playing chromatic bullshit and going, look at me, I'm fucking awesome. In fact, they're playing amazing stuff really fast, and they're never going, look at me, I'm fucking awesome. They're going, I'm just expressing myself. Try playing their stuff fast. Try playing 3 notes on the E string, 1 note on the A string, 2 notes on the D string, 2 notes on the G string, 1 note on the B string, and then 4 notes on the high E string, and then come down 1 note per string. Play that at 1,000 BPM. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll wait for you. I'll be right here, waiting for your video response, impressing me with your legitimate technique. You ain't Pat Metheny, you ain't Pat Martino, you're not even Martin Miller. These are guys that can proficiently play very fast, freely. They can play whatever they want to play, not whatever fits under their fingers. So there you go, I'm calling you guys out on this bullshit. It needs to stop. We need to put more time and effort into making music. Let's go out, guys, and make music. Thank you for checking this video out. If you've got any thoughts on this subject, I'm sure many of you do, it's a heated one, you can drop a comment below. And I would also urge you to check out my album, Hellcat Molly's Out of the Ashes. You'll be able to find it on all digital services very soon. You can currently stream tracks on Bandcamp. It'll be on Spotify very soon. And there's limited edition bonus track equipped CDs available direct from me. Thank you for checking this video out, guys. I'm sure there'll be another one soon. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.